Good morning and hi everybody. Thank you for joining me as always, whether live or you can see a video. A couple things to mention beforehand. So there's a full moon on Monday, and so we're going to do a kind of moon salutation as we move into this practice to kind of warm up this morning. To open the practice, we're going to do hamstring work. And so if you know going in that standing hand to toe, so going here, here, here is tight for you, then grab a towel, a strap, a tie. So I've got my handy dandy Brooks Brothers tie. Something like that that you can use early on to kind of help open up your hamstrings early. And then we're going to work that bind section just once on each side. And so if you haven't done that with me before, or if you have done that with me before, awesome. But grab a towel or a tie again for that to kind of help open up through the shoulder to make sure that you're holding that bind the whole way. All right, that being said, let's get started. Again, thank you for being here. And so we're going to start down on our backs. So Supta Baddha Konasana. So bring the bottoms of your feet together. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your stomach. So if you need a little bit more energy to start, let your heels come up a little bit closer to your pelvis. If you need a little bit more grounding to start, let your feet fall a little further away. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your stomach. Find some weight, some heaviness to your knees. Open up through the hips a little bit. Right away here, come into your breath. So to find long inhales, deep exhales. So moving into Leo, let's find 3 lion's breath to open. So lion's breath, we open up through our nose, we breathe in, and then as we exhale out, we stick out our tongue and we exhale all the way out. So we'll take 3 lion's breaths. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Fill your body up with air. Open up your mouth, stick out your tongue, and exhale all the way back out. Again, deep inhale through the nose. Open up your mouth, stick out your tongue, exhale all the way out. Third breath. Drop your hands down by your hips. Inhale, press your knees together. Ground the small of your back down into the mat. Inhale, reach your hands up overhead, reach long behind you. Feel that length, that distance, that reach. Exhale, bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a squeeze. Take your head up towards your knees, grow nice and slow. Inhale, reach your hands and your feet long. Exhale, knees in the chest. This time, leave the back of your head grounded. Take your knees wide. Rock from elbow to elbow. Come back to center. Inhale your hands and your feet long. Third time, knees in the chest. This time, reach up through your knees, find the bottoms of your feet. Press your heels towards the sky, your knees down towards the ground. Happy baby. Stay active through your heels. If you want, you can rock a little side to side to see how you feel. So set up for Malasana, low-legged squats. Let the bottoms of your feet come together. Let your knees come down wide. Supta Baddha Konasana. One hand to your heart, one hand to your stomach. Deep inhale all the way in. Exhale, drop your hands down by your hips. Inhale, press your knees together. Grounding the small of your back down into the mat. Reach your right foot straight up towards the sky. Now, you can leave your left knee bent, or you can let your leg grow long in front of you, whichever one makes the more sense. From there, you're either going to take your peace fingers to your right big toe, or you're going to take that strap or that tie around the ball of your right foot. From there, let your right leg grow long, straight up towards the sky. Press out through your heel. Stay active through the ball of your foot. Take your left hand out wide. Grip your thumb and your pointer finger down to the mat. Drop your foot over to the right. I'm going to kick the wall here. We go a little bit further. Ground down into your left shoulder. As you feel your left hip, your left shoulder come up off the mat, back off slightly. You want to stay grounded through all of your back, all the way through your shoulder. Isolate the stretch into your hamstring. 3 more breaths. Come back to center. Take both of the straps into your left hand, or your left hand to your piece, to your big toe. Either or. From there, take your right hand out wide. Ground down to the right hand, the right shoulder. Let your foot travel over center line, over to the left. As you feel your right hip come up off the mat, back off slightly. So for me, it's not very far this morning on this leg. Hamstring's pretty tight. It's all right. 3 breaths. Come back to center. Bring both of the straps into your hand. Peel your head up off the mat. Let your chin find your shin. Then as you exhale, let your right leg come all the way down to the mat. Let's find just a little bit of core engagement here. Inhale, bring your hands up overhead. Exhale, bring your left knee into your chest, give it a squeeze. Inhale up. Right knee into your chest, give it a squeeze. Inhale up. Left knee. Inhale up. Right knee. Let your right knee come down. Bring your left foot straight up to the sky. So again, bent knee or straight, doesn't matter. Strap or fingers. Find the isolation. Find the work into the hamstring. Let that hamstring feel the stretch. Breathe into it. Take your right hand out wide. Let your left foot open up. As you feel your right shoulder, your right hip come up off the mat, back off slightly. Breathe there. Stay active through your heel, active through the ball of your foot. Come back to center. Bring both of the straps into your right hand or your right hand to your left foot. Let your foot travel over center line, over to the right. Doesn't need to go far. Feel that isolation, that nice stretch through the hamstring. Back to center. Both of the straps into your hand. Peel your head up off the mat. Let your chin find your shin. Take a nice inhale. As you exhale, let your left foot come all the way down to the mat. Inhale, bring your hands up overhead. Again, right knee into your chest, give it a squeeze. Inhale up. Left knee into your chest, give it a squeeze. Pause there. Bring your right knee forward. Reach up through your knees, find the bottoms of your feet. Happy baby. Push through the heels. Bring your knees down towards the mat. Again, if you want to rock, go for it. Let the bottoms of your feet come together. Let your feet come down to the mat. One hand to your heart, one hand to your stomach. Take a deep inhale all the way in. Exhale, drop your hands down by your hips. Inhale, press your knees together. Ground the small of your back. Inhale, reach your hands up overhead. Exhale, bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. From here, grabbing behind your knees, rock up to your feet. Then back to your shoulders. To your feet, to your shoulders, back and forth a couple of times. Notice every bone in your spine. Then with control, rock up and over your knees, plant your hands. Step back to tabletop. Let's find a cat-cow here just to kind of warm up our breath into our motion. So what we're going to do is we're going to grip our hands directly underneath our shoulders, our arms nice and long. Ground the tops of your feet. From there, drop your pelvis down towards the mat. Inhale, lift up. As you exhale, curl out your spine, drop your head down between your elbows. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, curl. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Come back to a nice neutral spine. From here, reach your right hand straight out in front of you. Reach long through your right hand. Find your balance in your left hand in both of your knees. From there, take your right hand back down to the mat. Take your left hand long in front of you. Reach out like you're reaching to shake someone's hand, then back down to the mat. Take your left foot long behind you. Let your left foot hover tight. Roll your ankles 3 times. Roll it the other way 3 times. Take your left knee back down. Take your right foot long behind you. Let your foot hover at hip height. Roll out your ankle 3 times. The other way 3 times. Grounding down into your right hand and your left knee. Reach your left hand out as 1. Find your breath. From here, let's find a little motion. So inhale, reach. Exhale, touch your knee to your elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to elbow. 3rd time, inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to elbow. Reach long. From here, open up your left hand to shoulder height. Reach your right foot out, hips height. Exhale, back down. Other side. Take your right hand long, your left foot long behind you. Find your breath to start, then touch your knee to your elbow. Inhale long. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale long. Knee to elbow. One more time. Inhale long. Knee to elbow. Come back to center. Open your right hand up. Open your left foot up. Pause there. All the way back down to the mat. From there, take your hands about 1 hand like out in front. Curl your toes under, pressing back into your heels. Lift your hips up towards the sky. Pressing your chest down towards the mat. Find down dog. Now, walk it out a little bit to see how your hamstrings feel. See where you are. No rush. There's no hurry. Come back to pause. Inhale, bring your heels up towards the sky. Exhale, bend your knees down towards the mat. Stepping your right foot forward first and then your left. Find the top of the mat. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Put your palms overhead, lift through your palms. Exhale, up her center. From here, cross your right foot over your left. So the back of your right knee is finding the front of your left knee. Your pinky toes are coming together. From there, inhale, bring your hands up overhead. Interlace your fingers, bring your biceps to your ears. Drop your hands over to the right. Drop your hands over to the left. Come back to center. Inhale, look up to the sky. Suck your belly in. Exhale, hinge all the way down. If your fingertips don't grace the mat naturally, bend your knees slightly and let them go through the crown of the head. Inhale up halfway, bring your hands to your shins. Push long through the crown of the head. Feel that stretch through the hamstring. Exhale back down. Unwind your right foot. Step your right foot to the back of the mat. Find low lunge. Drop your right knee down to the mat. Ground down into your right hand. From there, bring your left hand up to the sky. Twist. Exhale your left hand back down. Curl your right toes under. Bring your knee up off the mat. Step your left foot to the back of the mat. From here, you can chaturanga or you can cobra, your choice. If you're cobraing, drop your knees to the mat with control, come all the way down, ground your toe in. Inhale, look up, curl your toes under, press all the way back. If you're chaturangaing, stop, sit in plank, rock forward on your toes, come halfway down, ground the tops of your feet, inhale up, exhale all the way back. Wall meet here. Bring your right foot up to the sky. Step your right foot all the way through. Find your right heel underneath your right ankle, underneath your right knee. From there, drop your left knee down to the mat. Ground your left hand. Inhale your right hand up. Exhale your right hand back down to the mat. Curl your left toes under. Step your left foot to the top of the mat. Inhale up half. Exhale forward. Ground into your feet. Keep your hands by your side. Rise all the way up. Exhale up her center. Bring your left foot over your right. The opposite side. We'll work our way back on this one. So the front of your right knee finds the back of your left knee. Hands up overhead, interlace your fingers the weird way. Thumb and point your finger together strong. Biceps to your ear. Drop your hands over to the right. Drop your hands over to the left. Back to center. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hinge all the way down. The loud cicada. Find that stretch through your hamstring. Pause here. Inhale halfway. Bring your hands to your shin, to your thighs. Push that long to the crown of the head. Exhale back down. Unwind your left foot. Step your left foot all the way back. This time we're going to find half split. So ground your left knee. Ground the top of your left foot. Bring your weight into your left knee. Ground your right heel. Bring your toes up towards the sky. Fold over your right leg. Lots of work into the hamstrings early here. Bend into your right knee. Curl your left toes under. Step your right foot to the back of the mat. Cobra, chaturanga. Whatever gets you all the way back to down dog with your breath guiding you through. There's no rush. There's no hurry. Pause here for 5 breaths. Left foot up to the sky. Step your left foot all the way through. Drop your right knee. Shift your weight back into your right knee. Ground your left heel. Bring your toes up. Fold over your left leg. Slowly walk your hands forward. Frame your left foot. Curl your right toe under. Step your right foot to the top of the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Forward. Ground into your feet. Stick your hands by your side. Rise all the way up. Keep palms overhead. Look up through your thumb. Exhale. Up. Exhale. Inhale. Bring your hands up overhead. Pinch through the hips. Fold all the way down to the mat. Inhale halfway. Step your right foot to the back of the mat. This time, leave your right knee up off the mat. Ground down into your right hand, reach your left hand to the sky, twist. Exhale your left hand back down to the mat. Push your left foot back. Low. All the way back to down dog. Inhale your right foot up to the sky. Exhale, step it all the way through. Ground into your left hand, reach your right hand to the sky, twist. Exhale back down. This time, bring your hand to the inner edge of your right foot. Walk your hands back to your left foot. Ground down into your right knee. Right heel. Sorry, right heel. Ball of your foot stays tall. Maybe you rise up a little bit. Maybe you ground that left heel, whatever makes the most sense. Find that stretch down into the hip, down into the hand. Exhale back down. Walk your hands back halfway. All 10 toes one direction. Inhale, look up. Exhale, we're going to come around our left foot. Bring your hands to the inner edge of your left foot. Walk your hands back. Right foot. Adding on just a little bit here. Back down. Walk your hands forward. Find your left toes. Step your right foot forward. Inhale up halfway. Exhale forward. Ground into your feet. Stick your hands by your side. Rise all the way up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, bring your hands up overhead. Pinch through the hips. Fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway. Plant your hands, lift just your left foot to the back of the mat. Ground down into your left hand. Reach your right hand to the sky. Twist. Exhale back down. Bring your foot, hand to the side of your foot. Come all the way back. Stretch that right hamstring. Come back halfway. Walk your hands towards your left toe. Run down into your right hand with your left hand in the sky. Exhale back down. Walk your hands back to your right foot. Just a little movement. Walk your hands back around your left toes. Curl your right toe. Step your right foot forward. Inhale up halfway. Exhale. And ground into your feet. Skip your hands by your side. Rise all the way up. Exhale out, heart center. One more time, we're going to find ourselves all the way up into Trikonasana. Inhale, bring your hands up overhead. Pinch through the hips, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway. Plant your hands with just your right foot to the back of the mat. Drop your right heel. Line up heel to arch. Let your right hand reach up and over, find warrior two. From here, we're going to reverse our warrior. Find that opening, that length, that lift. Feel your rib pull away from your hip, then straighten out your left leg. From there, drop your left hand down to shoulder height. Reach your left hand long in front of you when it won't reach anymore. Put the hands down towards the mat. Let your hand find your shin, find your thigh, find the floor. Maybe you work towards hooking your left big toe, whatever makes the most sense. From there, open back up through your right shoulder, back up through your right hip, straighten out that left leg. Exhale. Bring both of your hands down to the mat. Frame your left foot. Curl your right toes under low lunge. Tip your left foot to the back of the mat. Flow if you want to flow. Find yourself all the way back. And down dog. Right foot to the sky. Step your right foot all the way through. Drop your left heel. Warrior two. Start with that reverse pose. Feel that opening, that length, that lift. Then straighten out your right leg. Extra length, extra lift. As you find your breath, let your right hand come down to shoulder height. Reach that right hand long. Let your left hip duck slightly. Let your hand come down a little bit further. Find something, the floor, the ground, a block, your shin. Maybe you come towards your toe, whatever. From there, open back up through your left shoulder. Back up through your left hip. Breathe there. From there, bring both of your hands down to the mat. Frame your right foot. Curl your left toes under. Step your left foot to the top of the mat. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, full. Ground into your feet. Sweep your hands by your side. Rise all the way up. Exhale up, heart center. Inhale, bring your hands up over. Pinch through the hips. Fold all the way down to the mat. Inhale, halfway. Plant your hands with just your left foot to the back of the mat. Drop your left heel, rise up, warrior two. All right. This time we're going to reverse, straighten out, Trikonasana, and then we're going to use that to come all the way into half moon. If you need something extra in front of you, you can always grab a block or a book, anything to kind of give you a little extra leverage. We're going to let our hand come down to the mat in front of our right foot. So what we're going to do is we're going to reverse first. Then we're going to straighten out. Then we're going to Trikonasana. Bring that hand down towards the ground. From there, we let our left hand float up. I like to bend my right knee a little bit to give myself a little bit of leverage. Get my hand down to the ground. From there, you're going to open up through your left foot, up through your left shoulder. Strength and length through the right leg. Exhale your left hand back down to the mat. Bend into your right knee. Step your left leg back. Step your right foot back. Slow. Chaturanga. Down dog. Left foot in the sky. Step your left foot all the way through. Drop your right heel. Rise up. Reverse. Straighten out. Left hand forward. Duck that right hip, come down. Bend your left knee, find the floor. Open back up. Right hip first, then right hand, then right shoulder. Find your breath. Right hand back down to the mat, bend into your left knee, step your right foot back. From here, step your right foot forward. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, full. Ground into your feet, sweep your hands by your side, rise all the way up. Exhale, up center. Let's take one more pose. Work our way through pyramids into Malasana. Just kind of give a little hips a little bit more opening. Then we'll work that bind series. All right, so come to the middle of the mat. Bind your feet hip distance apart, all 10 toes in one direction. We're going to take 3 forward folds to start. So kind of depending on what you like, where you want to go, you can follow mine. If there are different forward folds that you like to take, that's fine as well. Inhale, bring your hands up overhead. Pinch through the hips, fold down to the mat. The first one that I like to take is I bring my hands back around the backs of my ankles. Grab the backs of my ankles and wrap my arms around my leg. Dropping through the crown of the head, I lift through my hip. Off your 5th breath, inhale up halfway. Activate those hands. On my second one, I like to take my peace fingers around my big toes, let my palms face in towards each other. Dropping through the crown of my head, I lift through my hips, bend into my elbow. Inhale up halfway. All right, third one, gorilla. Bring your hands directly underneath your feet. Let your toes find your wrist, the ball of your foot finds your palm. Play your fingers out wide. Drop to the crown of the head, rock your way forward, lift through the hip. Bring your hands back in front of you. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Walk both of your feet to the back of the mat. Turn all 10 toes that direction. Pyramid pose. So we'll step our left foot back a third of the way. Right foot in front of us. Bring both of your hips around so they face the same direction. Bring your hands up overhead. Interlace your fingers. Biceps to your ears. Drop your hands over to the right. Drop your hands over to the left. Come back to center. Inhale, look up. Engage your belly, suck up and in. Exhale, hinge halfway down. Inhale, rise up. Bend your right knee. Let your hands come all the way down to the mat. Frame your right foot. When you find the mat, start to straighten out your right leg. Drop to the crown of the head. Step your left foot to meet your right. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Ground into your feet. Scoop your hands by your side. Rise all the way up. Exhale, heart center. Turn around. Face the other side of the mat. Inhale, bring your hands up overhead. Pinch through the hips. Fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway. With control, walk your hands forward. Find plank. With control, walk your feet forward. Find forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Step your right foot back a third of the way. Pyramid on this side, both of your hands up overhead. Interlace your fingers. Hands over to the right. Hands to the left. Back to center. Inhale, look up. Engage your belly up and in. Exhale, halfway down. Reach your head long in front. Inhale, rise up. Bend your left knee. Let your hands come all the way down to the mat. Frame your left foot. Drop to the crown of the head. Step your right foot up to meet your left. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, plant your hands. Step all the way back to plank. From plank, we're going to find Malasana, low squats. So You can press all the way back to down dog. You can step one leg at a time. You can hop, whatever makes sense. So you're going to land your feet outside of your hands with control. Drop your heels down to the mat. Drop your bum down towards the mat. Bring your elbows inside of your knees. Lift through the crown of the head. Just like happy baby on our back. So we're doing it here. Find that line. Find that same engagement through the ball of your foot, through the inner edge of your knee, through your elbow, through your hand. Bring your hands back down to the mat. Shift your weight forward into your hand. Find your weight in your hands. Then with control, shoot your feet back. Flow chaturanga. All the way back. Down dog. Take 5 breaths here. Inhale, bring your heels up towards the sky. Exhale, bend your knees down towards the mat. Step or float through your hands. Come down to your support. Take your feet out in front of you. All right. So this sequence we're going to do 3 times. It's really fun. It's really awesome. Some of you have done with me before. You know how much you like it. It's not a matter so much of how much movement you find, but how much engagement you can put into it. So we start with our hands down by our hips. You grip your thumb and your pointer finger down into the ground. You lift your hips. All right, exhale back down. Then bring your hands halfway between your knee and your hip. From there, lift your feet. Exhale back down. Then bring your hands down by your ankles. Bring just your fingertips down into the mat. From there, lift your feet. Exhale back down. Hands back behind your hips. Grip down into the mat. Lift your hips. Exhale back down. All right, 2 more times. By your hips, lift. Exhale. By your thighs, lift. Exhale. By your ankles, lift. Exhale. Behind you, lift. Exhale. 1 more time. Lift. Exhale. Lift. Exhale. Lift. Exhale. Back behind you. Lift. Exhale. From here, let's find Navasana. Boat pose. So let's take 5 rowing ninjas, as my teenage friends like to call it. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down to a low boat. Then we're going to come up to high boat. And low boat. And high boat. And 3 more. And high boat. And 2. And 1. Let's do 5 more. All right, good idea. Okay, cool. Nobody here to argue with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cross your legs at your ankles. Rock up and over your knees. Plant your hands. Step back to plank. Or actually, step back to tabletop. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Just as we started. Drop your pelvis down towards the mat. Look up. Curl your spine. Drop your head between your elbows. Find some cat-cow. Connect your breath back into the movement. No rush. There's no hurry. Third time. Curl your toes under, bring your hands a little further off the front. Pushing back into your hips. Lift your hips to the sky. Down dog. Stepping your left foot forward first and then your right. Find the top of the mat. Inhale up halfway. Exhale forward. Ground in your feet. Sweep your hands by your side. Rise all the way up. Exhale on heart center. Right. This is where if you have that tie, if you have a towel or something that you're going to use to do the bind, you're going to want to set it up. Bring it to the upper left corner of your mat. From there, you're going to step your right foot to the back of the mat, your left foot forward. We're going to start a warrior 2. We're going to use this all the way through our standing balance pose. Slow your breath down. Use warrior two to connect. Take a nice inhale. As you exhale, turn your right toes in. Bending into your right knees, hinge down towards the mat. Ground your palms. Find a fold here. From there, walk your hands around your right foot. Turn your right toes forward. Bring your left hand up and over. From there, let your right hand come forward as well. From there, bring your right hand in front of your right leg. Reach your left hand underneath. You either bind your hands or grab that towel. Open up through your left shoulder. From there, straighten out your right leg. Oh, breathe there. Take your gaze down towards the ground. We're going to find bound half moon. So bend your right knee. Hold onto that thigh. Let your left foot float back behind you. Open up through the left shoulder, up through the left hip. Breathe there. Wow, fall out of it. The horde got me. Step your left foot to meet your right. Whew. All right. Ground into your right foot. Bend your left knee. You take dancer. Grab your left foot. Your left hand. Right hand up to the sky. Hinge forward. Hinge back forward. Let your left foot find the mat. Bring your right knee into your chest. Give your right knee a squeeze. Now, you can do this here, knee bent. You can bring your hands underneath your hamstring, take your foot straight out in front of you, or you can use the strap again. That also works. Or you can take your peace fingers to your right big toe. Right foot straight out in front of you. One more breath. Open up your left hand. Let your right foot float out to the side. If you want, bring your gaze towards your left thumb. Back to center. Bring your right knee into your chest. Take both of your hands to your right foot. Take your right foot straight out in front of you. Look at your right big toe. Right foot back down to the mat. From here, we're going to find half bound lotus. So I'll turn towards the camera just for this. What we're going to do is we're going to bring our right foot into the crux of our left hip. We grab our right foot with our left hand. We'll let our right knee dip down towards the ground. Bring our right hand heart center. Right foot back down to the mat. All right. Other side. Step your right foot back. I'm going to turn around just so I can face the camera and do it. Whoop. All right. So warrior two, left foot. Settle into warrior two. Drop your shoulder blades down your back. Take away the effort of the pose. From there, turn your left toes in. Bending into your left knee, bring your hands down to the ground. Breathe there. From there, walk your hands around your left foot. Line your foot up with your hand, your elbow with your calf. Reach your right hand up and over. From there, bring your left hand long as well. Bring your left hand down in front of your left leg. Bring your right hand underneath. Work that bind. From there, straighten out your left leg. Bound Trikonasana. Forget about how you did on the first side. I know I'm trying to. Take your gaze down to the ground. Shift your weight into your left foot. Let your right foot slip back behind you. Pose you feel like you have, right? You always teach you to do the lesson. What it means to feel confidence. From there, let your right foot meet your left. A little bit better. Go of judgment, let go of expectation, right? Bend your right knee. Drive your right foot. Left hand to the sky. Hinge forward. Inhale, rise back up. Right foot back down to the mat. Left knee into your chest. Give it a squeeze. Again, you can do this. You can open up. You can come back center. Not ever straightening out your leg, totally fine. You can do it with a strap. You can do it lots of different ways. Take what pulls makes the most sense for you. 5 breaths each direction. Keep your right hand out wide. And your gaze towards your right thumb. Back to center. Both of your hands to your left foot. Your left foot straight out in front of you. Take your gaze to your left big toe. Left foot back down to the mat. Bend your left knee. Left foot. Right hip. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, heart center. There are other variations on this pose. Take what you need. Take your left foot back down to the mat. Let everybody come to the top of the mat. Inhale, bring your hands up overhead. Hinge through the hips, fold back down to the mat. 3 options. Forward fold, grab your opposite bicep, sway side to side. Great pose at this point. Second option, full chaturanga, full down dog all the way back. Third option, 10 tricep push-ups. Any one of those. You're coming to tricep push-ups from the plank. Elbows tight. Drop your chest all the way down to the mat. All the way back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Everybody, step all the way back to down dog. From here, we'll do hips. I'm gonna take half moon today. We did a lot of work through our core, through kind of opening up through our hamstrings. It's a good day to come in a little bit of a deeper hip pose off of that. that sequence. If that's not going to serve you, if you have lower back or knee issues, then I would encourage figure four pose. Figure four pose is down on your back. Right foot finds left knee. Engage your hip. Reach up and through. But for those of us who are half mooning, we'll take our right foot up to the sky. We'll let our right knee find our right elbow. Our right foot finds our left armpit. Settle back into your left leg. Come down into your right shin. Bring your forearms all the way down to the mat. You can stay here. This can be the pose. You can stack fist on fist and take your forehead down to your fist. Whatever makes sense. Maybe your forehead comes all the way down to the mat. Again, whatever serves you. Kids take patience, they take time, there's no rush, there's no hurry. Settle down into that right hip. Without any rushing, without any hurrying. You can find your way back out of the pose. So if you're in half moon, come down to your forearms first. From there, so to bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Rising back up, curl your left toes under. Bring your right foot all the way up to the sky. You can kick it out, you can bend it out, whatever makes sense. Find life back in your right leg. Then set up the other side, left foot to the sky. Left knee, left elbow. Left foot, right arm. Long through your right leg. Settle down into your forearms first. Again, there's no rush. There's no hurry. Listen to your breath. Let your breath guide you. You want to come down into it. without rushing, without hurrying to find your way out of the pose. Right toes under, left foot back up to the sky. You want to pause here for a moment? Do a little time in down dog, that's fine. I'm going to take one inversion to end practice. If that doesn't make sense for you, that's fine as well. But I'm going to cue a shoulder stand. So step up through your hand, come down to your sit bones, come down to your back. From there, drop your hands down by your hips, ground your palms down into the mat. From there, lift your feet up towards the sky, pressing into your palms. Lift your hips up away from the mat. Walk your hands up your back. Find the weight of shoulder stands in your elbows and your shoulders. Let your feet come straight up towards the sky. The weight of shoulder stand should be in your elbows and your shoulders, away from your neck. Strong feet, strong leg. If plow is in your practice, feel free to move through plow. If you want, you can come down with me all the way to your back and take fish. If you're taking fish, bring your hands underneath your sit bone, your elbows back behind you. From there, take your feet out in front of you. Drop your head up and over, look back behind you. Take your elbows wide. Let your back come all the way down to the mat. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Reach up through your knees. Find the bottoms of your feet. Press your heels towards the sky. Your knees down towards the ground. Happy baby pose. With your own control, at your own pace, let the bottoms of your feet come together. Let your feet come down to the mat. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your stomach. Supta Baddha Konasana. Find your breath. There's no rush. There's no hurry. If you want to hang up here, hang out here. If you want a more traditional Shavasana pose, then take your feet out in front of you. Drop your hands down by your hips. Whatever makes the most sense for you. As always, especially if you're watching this as a video, if you need a longer Shavasana, go ahead and take it. I tend to cut them a little bit short on the videos just because you kind of time it out as you wish. The beauty of technology. We'll take a simple 3-part meditation to close the practice. Starting first in your body, just noticing how you feel. Being grateful for your body, grateful for how you feel, for the earth, for your movement, for your muscles, your skin, your bones, space, the time to practice. Grateful for the practice itself. From there, bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your stomach. Notice the mechanism of your breath, your inhale, your exhale, the beating of your heart, rise and fall of your stomach, your lung. Find your concentration centering on one breath and one breath alone, the start of the inhale, the end of the exhale, nothing more. Use the practice of one breath to let go of judgment of the last breath. Let go of any expectations for the next breath. Learn to live completely inside of that breath. From there, rise up into an easy seated pose. Bring your hands together, touch your thumbs over your heart. You close your eyes or leave your eyes open, it doesn't matter. We'll seal our practice today with one unified breath and two ohms. Inhaling through our nose and exhaling out through our mouth. Take a nice deep inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale. Thank you for sharing this time with me, for sharing your energy with each other. As always, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to hit me up. Always happy to talk about this stuff. Have a great day. Thank you for sharing the practice.